Good afternoon. My name is Connell, and I'm a candidate for school committee here in Fall River. I was born and raised in the city. I was born in 1988 at Charlton Memorial Hospital, and I've lived in Fall River my entire life at 716 North Main Street, right in downtown. Having worked with out-of-school youth at YouthBuild Fall River for the last few years, I think that I'm uniquely qualified for a position on the school committee. A little bit about me. I went to Fall River Public Schools until in high school. In high school, I went to Bristol County Agricultural High School, and then from there, I went to University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth, where I received 2 bachelor's degrees, a bachelor's degree in political science and a bachelor's degree in gender studies. These positions actually helped me shape my education policy, and it made me realize that education is the key to our future. Without education, there is no future. And in Fall River, I see a problem with our education. I see 3 huge issues that I want to talk about with you for a minute here. One is our budget. We have 3 positions in our school committee, in the school budget, that actually take up $422,000 a year, including positions that were contracted when obligations were not fulfilled. We can't let those kind of oversights happen. 2, I really want to talk about bullying. Being a young gay man myself, I was bullied a lot when I grew up here. And the school committee, the school administration, the administrators, nobody did anything, and I simply suffered in silence. We didn't talk about bullying, we didn't talk about communication, we didn't talk about conflict resolution skills. All we talked about was how we could solve the problem by eliminating the problem. But the problem still persisted. And finally, I want to innovate education. I see our education as stagnating. I see that education has become a place of testing and nothing else. We are standardized testing kids as early as the 1st grade because these new Common Core standards were unrolled without any sort of oversight, without any good execution, and nothing but penalties for the teachers when the students themselves also don't like or understand the curriculum. I understand what they were trying to do to bridge the gaps in critical thinking and create the skills that we need for the 21st century. But the way to do that is not through standardized testing. The rise of ADHD has risen sharply with the rise of standardized testing. Our kids are falling asleep in class because they're being distracted by everything that there is to be distracted by. Hundreds of news channels, hundreds of music channels, iPads and iPhones and tablets. They're gonna be distracted, so we need to innovate education for the 21st century instead of penalizing kids for getting bored with boring material. A little bit more about my career. Working at YouthBuild Fall River has given me a really unique view of the students who this system did not work for. All of my students have previously dropped out of school, and they have some other risk factor. They're gang involved, they have teen pregnancy, they have Corey stories, they have issues that the school system never addressed, and they simply faded out of the school system and became a statistic. They come to YouthBuild Fall River, and they come to me, being the only teacher at YouthBuild Fall River. I teach them all of the subjects for the high-set credential, formerly known as the GED. And beyond that, I also teach them life skills. We talk about public speaking. We talk about civics. We talk about how to fill out a form, how to do your taxes, how to work with a bank. Skills that our students no longer have. The problem here is that I know we can do better than numbers on a paper and dragging state averages down. For instance, our suspension rate being 3 times the state average. I know a lot of amazing people doing a lot of amazing work in our schools, and I don't mean to take away from that, and those have translated into great gains. However, stagnation is the enemy of progress. Our community is built from the ground up, and education is the best foundation. Why not start with our schools? I look forward to having further discussions and conclusions and solutions from the school committee, whether or not the voters choose to elect me, and I look forward to your vote, if you would be so kind to give me your vote on November 3rd, Tuesday, November 3rd. Thank you very much. Save education, you can save our future.